Now we will discuss inverse trigonometric functions. Inverse trigonometric functions. We know that if f is a function from a to b, just now we discussed functions. If f is a function from a to b, is a bijection, then only f inverse exists. Then only f inverse exists. F inverse exists, and f inverse is a mapping from B to A. F inverse is a mapping from B to A. If f is a mapping from A to B is a bijection, then f inverse exists and it is from B to A. This is what we learned in functions. F is a mapping from A to B is a bijection, then f inverse exists, then f inverse from B to A is also a bijection. Is also a bijection. This is what we learn. From this we learn some more also. If let y equal to f of x implies x equal to f inverse of y. X equal to f inverse of y. From this we discussed that f inverse circle f is nothing but f inverse f of x is equal to, here x belongs to, where x belongs to A and y belongs to B, we know. X is an element from the domain, y is an element in the codomain, y is equal to fx means it is the range. So f inverse circle f equal to f inverse of f of x is nothing but f of x is y we assumed, then f inverse of y. What is f inverse of y? It is x. This only we said it as IA. Identity in A. F inverse circle f is always IA and f circle f inverse is always IB. Identity in B. See, f circle f inverse equal to f of f inverse of y we will take. Is nothing but, what is f inverse of y? It is x. So what is f of x? It is y. So this is nothing but identity in B, IB. This is what we already discussed in functions. Why we are discussing this? Because we know that f is a bijection, then only f inverse exists. F inverse B to A is also a bijection, and f inverse circle f is always identity in A, that is x. F circle f inverse is always identity in B, that is y. Why I am discussing is, if you take the sin theta, what is the domain of the function sin theta? Domain of the function sin theta is theta belongs to R, but range is -1 to +1. So here sin theta lie between -1 to +1, but theta can be R. So domain of function sin theta is R. Sin theta is continuous and its domain means 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi, like this. If you draw the graph, sin 0 0, sin 91, sin pi 0, again sin 3 pi by 2 -1, like this you will get. This is the sine graph. This is called as sine graph, you know already. Maximum value is 1 and the minimum value is -1. This is what you know. So domain of sin theta is R, but the range is -1 to +1. So that's why for a function sin theta you will give f is a mapping from R to R. F of x equal to sin theta or f of theta equal to sin theta. This is the function you will give. This is what we learned. But if you observe this graph, this is not 1 1, not on 2. Means this is not bijection. Means sin inverse does not exist if it is from R to R. That is what I want to say. So in its actual domain and range, actual domain and codomain, sin is not invertible. Sin is many to 1. For that checking I told you horizontal line. If you draw any line, it cuts the curve at many points. But if it is 1 1, it should cut at only 1 point. Onto means codomain equal to range. Here I can change the range to -1 to +1. then it becomes onto but not 1 1. Can be onto but not 1 1. So what I want to say is sin theta in its original domain of the codomain, it is not 1 1, not onto. But if I change the codomain at the range is equal, that is -1 to 1, because sin is always lie between in -1 to +1. Then it becomes onto but not 1 1. So it is not invertible in its original domain. So to make it as a invert exists, I want to take this domain instead of R. I will make it as the -π/2 to +π/2. What happens? So this is -π/2 somewhere here, -1. So when it is -π/2, it is -1. So when I am taking this graph, instead of taking whole graph, if I take -π/2 to +π/2, what happens? -π/2 to +π/2. This is +π/2. Now I am changing the domain of the given function as, instead of R, I will take, it is from -π/2 to +π/2 to -1 comma +1. So I changed domain as well as codomain. Now check this. This is the graph of the sine function between -π/2 to +π/2. Now if I draw any horizontal line in its domain, it cuts the curve at only one point, means it is 1 1. And codomain equal to range. Here the range is -1 to +1. Codomain also -1 to +1. Now it is becoming 1 1 on 2. Means the function is bisective. So according to our definition of functions, f inverse exists means it should be 1 1 and on 2. So to make it as a 1 1 on 2, we are changing the domain and the range. So inverse exists means it can be -π/2 +π/2 or π/2 to 3π/2 like this. Here also same. If I extend this also, this -π/2 to -3π/2, like this you can extend the domains, but in those domains it should be 1 1 and on 2 you should take. So this is principal domain, -π/2 to +π/2. If you want, you can extend the domains, -π/2 to -3π/2 or π/2 to 3π/2 like this. So it gives you 1 1 and on 2. So in that interval, range is -1 to +1, codomain also -1 to +1, so 1 1 and on 2. So it is a bisection, it is invertible. So what I want to say is sin theta is invertible if I take this domain. So automatically what happens to sin inverse function? So if I am taking this x equal to sin theta, then theta becomes sin inverse x. Theta becomes sin inverse x like this. Y is equal to f of x, x equal to f inverse y. Theta becomes sin inverse x. Now how will be the graph of the sin inverse x? Now x becomes y, y becomes x, means I need to take theta on the y axis and -1 + 1 on the x axis. So this is -1, 0, +1, π/2, pi like this, -π/2, pi like this. So when sin is +π/2, sin 0 is 0. When sin is π/2, it is 1. So it will be like this. So what I want to say is it should be a curve along the y-axis. So if you take these two curves, if you mix up the two curves, these two are images along the y is equal to x. Along the line y equal to x. One is the image of the other along the line y equal to x. This is sin inverse x. So what happens if it is theta equal to sin inverse x? Like f inverse is b to a, so domain of sin inverse becomes -1 to +1 to codomain becomes -π/2 to +π/2. As our function changed from a to b, changed from b to a, inverse function. Theta changed from -π/2 to +π/2 to -1 to 1 is our original function. Inverse function domain becomes -1 to 1 and the range becomes -π/2 to +π/2. This is how sin inverse is defined. Now why I discussed f inverse f is equal to x identity in A and f inverse f is equal to identity in B. So that we will discuss now using sine only. You will come to some clarity about it. Sin inverse of sin theta equal to minus pi minus theta if theta lie between minus 3 pi by 2 to minus pi by 2 is equal to theta if theta lie between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Pi minus theta if theta lie between pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. We will see if theta lie between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, then this is the required domain. Function is 1 1 on 2 bijection. Then according to our definition what we discussed, f inverse circle f is ident in A itself. Sin inverse sin of theta is ident in A itself, that is theta itself. So sin inverse of sin theta is theta if theta lie between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 in its original domain. If theta not in its original domain means theta lie between minus 3 pi by 2 to plus minus pi by 2. If theta is like this, in between these two, what happens? We need to bring it into this domain, its domain. Then we can say it is bijection and we can do the same thing. Now, this is adding pi on both sides. It becomes pi plus minus 3 pi by 2 less than pi plus theta or theta plus pi less than pi minus pi by 2. So, pi minus this is minus pi by 2 less than pi plus theta lie between pi by 2. Now, this is coming into our original domain minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Pi plus theta is coming into this domain. Now what happens, we will observe. Sin inverse of sin theta, if theta lie between these two, I can write sin inverse of sin theta as sin inverse of sin of, okay, this theta I can write as minus of pi plus theta. Why minus of pi plus theta? Sin of pi plus theta. Sin is negative in the third quadrant. Now minus of this minus becomes automatically positive. So what I want to this is sin inverse of sin of minus pi minus theta. Now this is sin inverse of sin theta. Now this part is in its original domain minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. This part is in the domain of minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So this is theta itself. So minus pi minus theta. So this becomes sin inverse of sin theta is minus pi minus theta if theta lie between minus 3 pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Same if theta lie between pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. So how can I write this? Theta lie between pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2 means I need to bring into this domain again. So what can I do? Same, subtract pi from this. So becomes subtract pi means pi by 2 minus pi less than theta minus pi less than 3 pi by 2 minus pi. We will see what happens. How much this value is? Pi by 2 minus pi is minus pi by 2 less than theta minus pi less than, this is pi by 2. 3 pi by 2 minus pi by 2. Now it is coming into our original domain. So how can I write sin inverse of sin theta? Sin inverse of sin theta, again I can write it as sin inverse of sin of theta minus pi. Pi here. So pi by 2 minus pi becomes minus pi by 2. 3 pi by 2 minus pi becomes pi by 2. So this becomes theta minus pi. So sin inverse of, in place of theta, if I write minus of theta minus pi. So this is doesn't matter because theta minus pi minus goes inside. It becomes pi minus theta. So pi minus sin of pi minus theta is sin theta only. But theta minus pi lie within our domain, so no problem. Becomes sin inverse of sin of pi minus theta. So becomes pi minus theta. Yes. Now coming to cos theta. We know the graph of cos theta. Cos 0 is 1. Cos pi by 2 is 0. This is pi by 2. So graph of cos theta will be like this. Cos pi by 2 is 0. Cos pi is minus 1. Like this you will get cos 3 by 2, 3 pi by 2 again 0. Like this you will get cos curve minus pi by 2 again cos of minus theta plus cos theta, cos pi by 2 is 0. If you observe this again minus 1 to plus 1, this is plus 1, this is minus 1. So range of cos theta is minus 1 to plus 1, but this is many to 1, not 1 1. Now to make it as 1 1, again we will take the same thing. We should take the required domain, which is 1 1 and on 2. So I will take domain as 0 to pi. So if you take here minus pi by 2 like sin theta, you won't get 1 1 on 2 because this it is horizontal line is cutting at 2 points. So this is not 1 1 on 2, but it will minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So how do it becomes 1 1 on 2? If you cut the graph properly. Now if you draw any line horizontal to x-axis, parallel to x-axis, it cuts the curve at only one point. Means now it becomes 1 1 on 2. So what is the domain? 0 to pi. What is the range? Minus 1 to plus 1. So domain of cos theta is 0 to pi and range is minus 1 to 1. Actually it is r to minus 1 comma 1. But for our convenience, to make it as a bisection, we are taking these limits. So in between these limits only inverse exists. Like next limits if you want. So you should take only the 1 1 on 2 function. Where it is 1 1 on 2, in that particular domain, you can define the inverse. That is what most important thing. So cos inverse exists between these two only. Now it is 1 1 on 2 in between these two limits. So inverse cos inverse x or cos inverse of theta. Now the domain becomes range, range becomes domain. So domain of cos inverse x is minus 1 to 1 and the range becomes 0 to pi, obviously. So if you draw the graph of cos inverse, so how do it should be? So say image of this with respect to y is equal to x. You will get it like this. This is pi by 2 somewhere, pi minus pi by 2 minus pi like this. This is 0 minus 1 somewhere, 1 somewhere. Cos pi is minus 1 somewhere here. Cos pi by 2 is 0 and cos 0 is 1. So this is the graph of the cos curve. Means you will get a curve like this with respect to y axis. Okay. Like this you will get. So what do I want to say is, now in these two limits, so this is the inverse, cos inverse function graph. So cos pi is minus 1, cos 0 is 1, cos 90 is 0. So this is the inverse of the graph. If you mix up these two, this is the image of this with respect to y equal to x. With respect to the curve y equal to x. This is tan theta graph. We know that tan 0 0, tan pi by 4 minus 1, minus pi by 4 minus 1 plus pi by 4 1, tan pi by 2 is infinity. It is approaching infinity at pi by 2. So this is a graph of the tan theta. Now in between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So what I want to say is, here the graph is from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 to r. So this is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 is the domain, and to the codomain infinity minus infinity to plus infinity r. So if I take tan inverse, then this is bisection in these limits. Wherever if you draw, it is 1 1 and on 2. So if you go for the inverse of this, tan inverse x, where x lie between the reverse of this, r2 minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So the range is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, domain is r. So the graph will be like this, inverse graph, 0, minus pi by 2, plus pi by 2, 1 minus 1 plus 1. So tan 0 is 0, but tan 90 is infinity. Tan 45 is minus 1. So graph will be like this. So if you mix up these two are the one is the image of the other with respect to y equal to x. So this is the graph of the tan inverse x. So as it reaches to minus pi by 2, reaches to infinity, minus infinity. As it reaches to pi by 2 on y axis, reaches to infinity on x axis. Like this is the tan inverse x. So domain of the tan inverse x is R, but the range is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Here not includes because pi by 2 is undefined. So this is the tan x. So we discussed sine, cos, tan. Similarly, secant, cosecant, cot we can do. We already know that sum of the functions sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is always equal to pi by 2, where x lie between minus 1 to plus 1, where x lie between minus 1 to plus 1. Next, tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is always equal to pi by 2. Secant inverse x plus cosecant inverse x equal to pi by 2. These are we know at IP we already discussed everything, that's why I am just writing. Next, sine inverse of minus x equal to minus sine inverse x. Cos inverse of minus x equal to minus cos inverse, pi minus cos inverse x. Tan inverse of minus x equal to minus tan inverse x. Sec inverse of minus x equal to pi minus sec inverse x. Next, cosec inverse of minus x equal to minus cosec inverse x. Cot inverse of minus x equal to pi minus cot inverse x. We already know this, just sine inverse of minus x minus sine inverse x. Tan inverse minus x minus tan inverse x. Cosecant inverse minus cosecant inverse x. But cos inverse, secant inverse, cot inverse becomes pi minus cosecant inverse, pi minus secant inverse, cot is pi minus cot inverse. Why? Because these three domains will be 0 to pi. But for these three domains will be minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Like this. So this is pi minus, these three are minus itself. 1 by x equal to cosecant inverse x. Cos inverse 1 by x equal to sec inverse x. Tan inverse 1 by x equal to cot inverse x. If x is more than 0, this is equal to minus pi plus cot inverse x. If x is less than 0, if x is less than 0, we will prove this. Let tan inverse 1 by x equal to, or cot inverse x equal to some alpha. Cot inverse x equal to some alpha implies x equal to cot alpha. Then 1 by x equal to tan alpha. What? 1 by x equal to tan alpha. Now coming to this, if x is more than 0, x is more than 0, then cot inverse x or 1 by x equal to tan alpha. X equal to cot alpha implies 1 by x equal to tan alpha. So what I want to say is, here alpha is cot inverse x. Now alpha is, if tan comes to this side, becomes tan inverse 1 by x is equal to alpha. But alpha is cot inverse x. Implies cot inverse x equal to tan inverse 1 by x. Doesn't matter if x is more than 0. If x is more than 0, what happens is, this is x is more than 0 means tan is positive. Where to tan is positive? It is in first quadrant. What I want to say is alpha lie between 0 to pi by 2. Alpha lie between 0 to pi by 2. If x is more than 0. So no problem, x is more than 0, tan positive, it is in the first quadrant. So 0 to pi by 2, tan domain is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. This is in the required domain. So no problem, we got tan inverse 1 by x equal to cot inverse x. But what happens if x is less than 0? What happens if x is less than 0? What happens if x is less than 0? If x is less than 0 implies alpha is in second quadrant, cot is negative, cot alpha is negative, x is less than 0. When do cot is negative? It is in second quadrant. Means alpha lie between pi by 2 to pi. Second quadrant में cot is negative means alpha lie between pi by 2 to angle lie between second quadrant pi by 2 to pi. So our domain of tan is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So it is not in our domain. So we should convert into the domain. To convert, I will subtract pi from r. So becomes pi by 2 minus pi is less than alpha minus pi is less than pi minus pi. So this becomes minus pi by 2 less than alpha minus pi is less than 0. Means alpha is in second quadrant, but alpha minus pi like is in our required domain when alpha is in second quadrant. So alpha minus pi lie between 0 to minus pi by 2. So it coming into the tan domain minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. It came into the domain. Now what I want to say is 1 by x equal to tan alpha. We'll write one more step, no problem. Tan alpha. Tan alpha, how can I write? Tan of alpha minus pi. Pi minus alpha is minus tan theta. So if I write alpha minus pi here, so pi minus this minus, if I take this is pi minus alpha. If tan of pi minus alpha is minus tan alpha, minus of minus becomes plus. That is what I want to say. If I take minus common, so this becomes tan of alpha minus pi. Now I got minus inside. Actually this is pi minus alpha. Tan of pi minus alpha is negative. So otherwise I will make you clear. So minus pi minus alpha. Tan alpha I can write minus tan 180 minus theta minus tan theta minus of minus plus tan theta only. Now this minus if I bring inside, this becomes tan of alpha minus pi. This is what I want to say. Now this alpha minus pi angle coming to our required domain. Now inverse exists. Otherwise inverse does not exist. So I brought this angle to our required domain. Now tan comes this side, tan inverse x. So tan inverse of 1 by x. Tan inverse of 1 by x means I can write cot inverse x. So tan comes to say tan inverse 1 by x equal to alpha minus pi. Alpha minus pi. Here alpha is cot inverse x. So cot inverse x minus pi. Okay. So what I want to say is minus pi plus cot inverse x. This is what we have to prove. If x is less than 0, tan inverse 1 by x becomes minus pi plus cot inverse x. Our cot inverse x equal to pi plus tan inverse 1 by x we can say.